God. Hi guys. Welcome back to another LEC warm-up show. I'm Pete. I'm going to be your host today. All that and more coming up on the show, but right now, he's here, guys. I've summoned LS. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. That's what the script said.
It's scripted? What? This show is scripted? What the fuck?
Yeah. That's exactly what's going on.
We like to play a game on this show called Over and Underrated, just to get to know you a little bit better. Basically, I'll just, say a topic to you, and you just tell us if you think it's over, underrated, and quickly why. You ready?
Yep, go.
Morelos.
It's really overrated.
I think everyone knows why.
Yeah.
Do you want to just quickly explain why you think it's overrated? Just for those who don't
know. So the thing is that typically Morello's built as a second or a third item, and the real power of the item comes from Oblivion Orb, not from Morello itself. And oftentimes the question ends up having to be asked, how practical is the Grievous Wounds active inside of a team fight? Not only considering that the debuff only lasts a couple of seconds, and thus maybe the opponent isn't actively healing during that time, but then also there's a difference between active healing and non-active healing. Active healing is the champion has to be hitting you in order to be healing. So champions like Aatrox that have to reliably be hitting you, or champions that have a reliance on Conqueror if they're melee, or if they have Blade of the Ruined King. These are champions that are susceptible to being withered down by poke first, which typically mages are long-ranged and able to hit champions before they can begin their healing. And thus you get multiple applications of something like Liandry's, or another item would end up coming in. So oftentimes second core item completions generally occur and third item completions during lull states, right before sometimes a big event can end up unfolding on the map. But the power surge that you end up getting, people will say that it's worthwhile for the gold, but it's not. There's really thin cases where completing Morello right before a team fight can actually be okay.
Yeah.
I think yeah, there you go. I know that was kind of yeah.
No, all good, man. All good. Next topic I got for you is Nemesis. Overall underrated, and really quickly, why?
Really overrated. I mean, the fact that you guys even have him in a team is like charity case of the year. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Like, the second that he becomes free agent or something, it's really hard to maybe even find a Clash team. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, let's go to his position within the team, the mid lane. Overall underrated.
Mid lane, I think mid lane's pretty fairly rated, actually. I know that's not an option, but mid lane's pretty fairly rated. I think everyone knows mid's the best lane.
Any truths in the chat?
There's gonna be truths for that one.
Fnatic, over or underrated? I mean, you think Nemesis is overrated, right? So does the rest of the team kind of make up for him?
Oh, absolutely. But Fnatic, so it's hard. I think a lot of people perceive Fnatic and G2 as basically the two best in Europe. So I think it would be really hard for me to say that they're underrated. Or it would be hard for me to say, yeah, it would be hard to say that they're underrated. But they're also not overrated. So there's not an answer to that one.
So they're just rated.
They're rated, yeah.
For our friend Vedius, Nocturne.
Okay. Nocturne sucks. Nocturne is very, very overrated. He's good in solo queue. In solo queue, he's underrated. I'll give him that.
Someone in chat just submitted Pete Jungle. I don't know if you saw our YouTube video of Selfmade trying to teach me how to play Gragas.
Teach you Gragas?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he's holding you back, Pete. That's the way I look at it. You keep those primes coming, you're gonna start climbing.
Oh shit, you're gonna coach me, right? All right, the last one I've got is prime checks, over or underrated?
Prime checks, I think, are grossly underrated. I don't think like people know all the benefits that you can get by subbing with Twitch Prime. I mean, there's just way too many, and obviously results are always going to vary, but really underrated feature.
I mean, I've actually started doing. Can we do a prime check right now for the Fnatic channel, guys? Any primers in the chat? We can't.
There's Primes only come up once a month, Pete. Once a month.
Oh, do they?
All right.
Do they?
I'm supposed to
Okay,
be streaming later.
All right. I just want to play a clip last week where I was on your stream, LS, and something happened, and Nemesis got really mad. Let's have a look.
Whoa, hold on. Is Pete here and he subbed to me instead of Nemesis? Pete! Pete! Welcome! Welcome to subbing with Twitch Prime! Nemesis is so mad!
Like, I got a instant DM from Nemesis. Like, what the fuck, Pete? I'm never doing content with you ever again.
Oh, man.
He was seriously
He's molding pretty hard. One of my top gifted sub-gifters, I don't know how to say that, actually I think came from his channel. But
Roxy,
now,
right?
No, I haven't converted Roxy yet, but soon.
Okay. Roxy, if you're watching, I love this streamer battle, actually. It's so good. He's actually told me that he's going to retire from professional play and become a full-time streamer and take all your primes from you. Let's look at LCK, LCS, and LEC. What do you think are the biggest differences between the two hot messes and the prime league that is the LEC?
The LCS, LEC, and LCK, I would say that LCK is a hot mess for other reasons that maybe the LCS and the LEC aren't. I think LCK is a hot mess because very slow to adapt and adjust to things. I think that the approach to the game here is very flawed, or it's a very old approach that Korea's like held on to for so many years, where even if they lose with stuff, they'll always blame it on something else that comes from maybe their own play. And this can lead to problems within the meta where I would say that from watching all the regions, Korea just has the worst meta by far. And LCS also looks like a hot mess, right?
But they have this Twitter discussion.
They have Cloud9. They have, you're right, they have Twitter discussion, they have Reddit, and they have all this other stuff. But unlike Korea, the players actually have massive gaps between each other, right? Not to say that there aren't like standout players in Korea, because obviously there are. Whereas it feels like in LCS or something, there is very noticeable discrepancies between players, more so than I would recognize in like even LEC or something. And I think that's obviously a problem. And then LCS has its own sort of meta. LEC, it reminds me of Europe back when I used to play like StarCraft, in the sense that there's clear stability and there's clear innovation that's trying to be experimented with. There's clear things that are trying to be worked on, but there's also the bits of chaos, and then there's also the bits of just lulliness, like the lull state. So it's sort of like a combination.
How does Fnatic match up top LCK teams? So Genji, T1, and DragonX.
It gets hard to me, right? Because I said the LCK team, or LCK in general, the players are all really individually good. It's weird for me to try to even find an accurate placement in my mind for that, because of the top three teams being the way that they are, but then the top three teams can lose to 4th through 10th. It's just so weird. Do I think that they would be capable of getting onto the west side of the bracket in LCK? I think, given what I know about them, even maybe you could argue like behind the scenes stuff, I would think that they would be capable of getting onto the left-hand side. Left-hand side is the top 5.
If you could only pick one, Sanchovies or Nemesis? That's a tough one.
Take it away, Pete.
No, you're not getting away that easy.
Back to you, Pete. Back to you.
Wait, I know the answer. You'd pick Onion Man.
I mean, okay. The answer is Nemesis. All right, because I already Karibo. I already got him off Sanchovies. Come on. Roxy though, that's the real prize.
I think Nemesis is the best mid in LEC. Holy moly, that pause. He's gonna be molding.
I'm thinking how many subs there are. I'd place him maybe at 16. Maybe at 16. Not even the best mid on his team.
I don't even know how many teams have subs actually. Magi Felix would be better, no?
True.
True. Any truers in the chat? Probably no truers in the chat on that
Magic
one.
Felix holds 11 out of the top 10 spots. Everyone knows that.
Nemesis did say that you're one of the best memers he's ever met in his life. You're a Twitter god. You are, you're way better than him. He admitted to that. He did say his stream was better than yours, but he admits to the whole meme thing.
Yeah.
So I want to look through some of the memes from your Twitter and from other people as well, and do like a quick meme review. All right, first one. It's pretty simple.
So this meme, it really got popularized by my mod Fragiopa, and Fragiopa was one of like my 6 most toxic viewers, and it was basically like my own personal Team Rocket. And one day I modded Fragiopa, and from that day forward, Fragiopa started being nice. And one of the ways that he would actually keep trolling me is he would make this image or this GIF in different imgur links, and he would donate it, and I would click it, and it would come up on my stream. And so it was my own personal rickroll on stream for a couple of years, and then I don't know what happened, but it blew up in the last like 6 or 7 months, and now it's everywhere. It's one of the best emotes on Twitch TV now.
Negan Gray, you called it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not meta yet. Let's not count our chickens, but explain this meme.
Graves has been picked actually a couple of times now, excluding Nemesis picking it mid, which by the way, he actually did Lane Kingdom, the victor, in that game. So all things considered, I know that he built Leandre's because they're trolling and whatnot. They ended up losing the game. Brippo, fantastic performance on the J4 that game. But I legitimately think Graves is viable in AD, mid, jungle, and top. So I think Graves is a quadriflex. So this meme is just obviously Twitch chat, the collective in the background watching.
Yeah,
and
the random and the keck W gets me every time, man.
There it is. That is it.
And also there's a little Nemi in there as well, and he's he's gonna smash the Morellos because Morellos is gonna do nothing to him with all the lifesteal, I guess.
Yeah.
Death Stance, Bloodthirster, and Spirit Visage. Holy moly. Oh, yeah, you posted this on Twitter.
Oh yeah. So this is one of the tactics that I do. So this is also sort of like one of the things that I do at my channel. So the VIP feature on Twitch.
Yeah.
So VIP in my channel means 2 different things. It means either very important person or very interesting person. And so normally when people flame me like this, and they just spew the most toxic, vile garbage, I think they need a hug. And so what I'll try to do in Twitch chat is I'll VIP them, and this has actually had a really high turnover rate, reforming them. Eventually, they feel bad that they have the VIP, they feel more welcome, more at home, and next thing you know, they start to sub. After that, I mean, who knows what comes next? 5 gifted subs, maybe 10, maybe 25. Like,
maybe they'll even give you their prime.
That's where it starts. So I mean, this was a message I just got after a broadcast, and I just said love it because it's, it's like, what else can I say? I'm just in love.
Speed a crown shot. Don't
oh no. So I was trying to coach crown shot on stream. So I do this with various pro players. I'll do like casual coaching, which is not like intensive coaching or like legit. I just sort of hang out with them sharing their screen, and we talk about stuff going on in the game, and maybe I'll like give input and whatnot. And I got crown shot to apparently first time Graves, and honestly it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. I remember this. He was trying to tell me how to use Instagram, and I'm completely clueless. I mean, I used it sometimes. I never knew how to follow someone or how to message them. I don't even know if this would show on camera. Hold on. This is the funniest thing too. I wasn't even kidding about this. But yeah, this was a real conversation that ended up happening, and then I don't know if this.
I mean, I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. Let's see.
I said, how do I message on here? He said you did it.
Is this a Facebook Messenger?
No, it's Instagram.
It was Instagram. Oh shit.
Oh man. So that's you know, that was
Dude,
the thing.
and honestly, when I primed to you, I honestly thought that I had more than one prime a month. I swear to God, I was gonna go to Nemesis channel straight afterwards and prime to him, but then.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You know, I would want to let other people know that if they're trying to test their Twitch primes, they can do it on my channel before they go off and try to use it on another streamer, because it would be really embarrassing. You go to another streamer's channel, try to sub to them, and it doesn't work. So make sure to test on my channel first. Do I get a new So, truthfully, I still have my S7. You can tell by the size.
Wait.
Okay,
Cut
so
the stream. Cut the stream. Cut the
yeah,
stream right now.
And so I was going to upgrade a phone so that I could get my own League of Legends accounts as well as gain access to LCK ProView. And so I made this tweet asking about, do I get Galaxy S20? Because I'm clueless about phones, because I mean, mine could have Wi-Fi and I wouldn't need data. Nemesis tweets hello, and then Fnatic tweets OnePlus, and then I ask any gifters or what, and I don't, I'm not trying to tell a story here, but I never got a reply.
Well, honestly, these guys love you. These guys love trolling you.
That's perfect. Yeah, no, this comes from this happens all the time. You'll have champions that by going even, they're actually ahead of their opponents. And what I mean by that is, like, if the CS is near even, they're winning. You'll have a team that has this, and they'll panic, they'll lose their minds over the fact that their opponent might get a Rift Herald, as if they're really going to lose the game over 400 gold or something.
Yeah, and then they go and throw it away at a Herald fight.
Absolutely, no doubt. No doubt. They got a hot date. Oh, this guy is...
This
guy's a little crazy, honestly.
Frosty, shout out to you.
He's the extremist, He's the guy that gives it a bad rep. This guy is... Honestly, he might have a little bit of a screw loose. He posts this image on every single tweet, man. He is such an extremist. And I finally get it. Every religion has them, I guess. But oh, this one's old.
Banger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oldie but a Goldie.
Oh, exactly. I mean, it doesn't even need an explanation. I mean, the image speaks for itself.
It's from the Legends of Runeterra cinematic. Yeah. Yeah, the Morellos in the trash there. LCS, little baby on the ground.
Absolutely. I have no idea what this is. But
wait, is let's clear, is Set a savant or a sinner?
I don't know how to classify Set, actually. I don't think that he's a savant or a sinner, but I do know that the center of disease control probably needs to come after that Morello touched my lap. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, this was also on Fnatic's Twitter.
You made this, right?
Not me, Brendan, our social media manager. He's a bit of a meme god himself. He made this. So that's Morello. If you guys can't see, that's Morello's in the vending machine. Nice. I guess Billy is Nemesis. Billy
is... I honestly have no idea. And wait a minute, hold on. Who made this?
Brendan, our social media manager.
Brendan, is Brendan calling me old? Why do I have a mustache?
I mean, you are old.
What?
People in the chat have been calling you boomer ever since the Instagram thing.
I'm done.